Good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to day 3 of our 7 days professional development program. We sincerely thank each participant for your continued enthusiasm and active engagement over the past 2 days. Your participation truly reflects a shared commitment to enhancing academic research practice. We are also privileged to welcome our resource person for the day, whose expertise and insight will undoubtedly add great value to our learning. It's my great pleasure to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Safraz Nivas, a distinguished academician, researcher, and leader with an exceptional profile in the field of management. With a PhD in management, over a decade of experience, Sir has served as a professor at King South University from 2009 to 2023, where he mentored and guided over 22 research scholars across doctoral, postgraduate, and graduate levels in Australia, the UK, and GCC countries. He currently serves as a principal of an esteemed arts and science college in Palakkad district, Kerala, and brings with him not only rich academic experience but also 8 years of industry experience abroad, particularly in the telecommunication and manufacturing sectors. Dr. Safra is an expert in qualitative and quantitative data analysis, and he is well versed in research publication process. A passionate Toastmaster, keynote speaker, and active member of several academic associations. He is excellence in communication, leadership, and scholarly contributions. We are truly honored to have him with us today, and we look forward to benefiting from him vast experience and insights. With great pleasure, I now invite our esteemed resource person to take over the session.
Thank you, Dr. Sethi, and thank you so much for your introductions. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, first of all, I would like to welcome you all to this national level FDP on data collection and analysis using SPSS. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Sharfraz Nawaz, and currently I'm working as a principal in Sahya Arts and Science College in Malappuram district, Kerala. So before I am going to take this topic, let me explain you that what is data. So in all the decisions, either by the government or by any private sectors, they do a research. This research, they collect the data and they analyze the data and they come to a conclusions. Okay, if any phenomenon or anything, whatever under the sky, whatever you do the research, you should have a data collections. So without data collections, we cannot come to a conclusions. So let me share my PPT. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So data collection and analysis using SPSS. So let me go one by one. So the introduction. The importance of data. Why is data collection and analysis is critical. So if you take this matter, it's a foundation of a robust research. So it's a foundation of a robust research. So for any research, if you do it, the main foundation is the data collections. And it enables informed decision making. So after data collections and analysis, what it is going to help you is you can come to a decision making stage. And there should not be any bias or anything when you do any research, so that the data is the relevant for you to come to a conclusion, come to a decision making power. And it uncovers the pattern, the trends, and the relationships. Everything it comes with this data analysis. And it supports a valid and reliable conclusions. So when you want to make a conclusions, the data will help you to make it as a reliable decision makings. So why is data collection and analysis critical is it's a foundation of a robust research, and it enables to come to a decision making, and it uncovers the patterns, trends, and the relationships. And what is SPSS? If you ask me what is the full form of SPSS, is the statistical package for the social sciences. P stands for package, and S social sciences. And it is a powerful tool, powerful software for any kind of data analysis. And it is very user friendly interface for various data operations. So I will explain to you in detail. So the phase one, what we are doing is we are planning for data collections. So if you want to make a data collections, you should define your research questions and what is your objective. You should have a objectives and you should have a research questions also. And it should be, the objective should be clear, and it should be concise and measurable. Then only you can make data analysis. And when you collect the data, you have to answer them, what information you want to answer them. And the second is choosing research designs. The research design is what kind of research? There are three
Sir,
types.
excuse me, sir.
Ah,
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir. That
this,
presentation screen.
No, sir, it is visible.
it's visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, because I close it again and I will open it one by.
It is visible, sir.
Visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir.
Okay. So sorry for the technical issues. And choosing a research designs, there is three types of research design. One is quantitative, and the other is qualitative, and there is a mixed method. The quantitative, it's always measurable, like in terms of quantity. And the qualitative, it's like experiences that you do a interview or you do a focus groups. That is called qualitative interviews, qualitative studies. And mixed method, it will be mixture of quantitative and qualitative. And there is studies like cross-sectional studies, longitudinal, and experimental. I have so many slides which will explain to you in detail when it comes to the other slides. And when there is an identifying variables, then if you do any data analysis, you have to identify the variables. The variables are like independent and dependent and control variables. what is independent and what is dependent, I will explain to you. And there are types of variables. One is categorical, nominal, ordinal, continuous, interval, and ratio. These are the variables. And the developing data collection instruments, you can collect the data using surveys and questionnaires, like they do it in the Google form. And the observation forms, you can also observe one area and you can make a form with the observations. And interview guides, you can make interviews with the guides. So all these data collections instruments is available, and mostly all the people, they are doing the surveys using the Google forms, and they go directly to the place where you want to make a research. They distribute the forms, survey forms, and they collect all the data. So if you do like this, there should be a validity and reliability of all the data collections instruments. So this is the phase 1 for planning for data collection. So as I told you, there is independent, dependent, and control variable. Independent variable, that is manipulated or changed by the researcher, but that changes naturally to see its effect on other variable. I will explain you. I will show you some pictures, then it will be easy for you to identify. And dependent variable, the variable that is measured and is expected to change as a result of changes in the independent variable. So independent variable, the dependent variable is the result of changes of the independent variable. IV is independent variable, the full form of DV is a dependent variable. And there is a control variable, that is a variable kept constant to minimize their influence on the relationship between IV and DV, independent variable and dependent variable. And the variable planning for data collection, there is a type of variable I already explained to you. One is categorical, nominal, ordinal, continuous, interval, and ratio. The categorical variables represent the categories or groups. Under categorical variable, there is nominal and ordinal. Nominal, it's like gender, marital status. This is all called nominal variables. And ordinal, it's a meaningful, or like an interval, education level, high school, bachelor's or master's degree. This is all ordinal variables. The education level, you can say high school or degree graduate or postgraduate. That is, you can say, ordinal variable. And the continuous variable, it's like there are two types of continuous variable. One is interval and the ratio. The interval values, for example, it is temperature. We say temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. That is called interval variables. Ratio, it has a meaningful order and equal intervals like height, weight, and income. That is the ratio variables. Now you might confuse what is independent variable, what is dependent variable. Like in this picture, if you see, the student is sleeping, or he is studying, he is spending the time for studying. So the independent variable here is, are test scores impacted by the amount of time spent sleeping the night before a test? So here, if we say the test scores is impacted by the amount of time. So test scores is the dependent variable. If you see in the right side, the test score, that is a dependent variable, and whether it is impacted by the amount of time spent for the study. So if a student, how much time he spent for the study, that is the independent variable. So when we are testing or when we are making data analysis, are the test scores is impacted by the amount of time spent by the students. This is how the data analysis is done or is going to execute. And the phase 2 is data collection methods. As I informed you that surveys like online, it will be an online survey that we can do it in Google form, and it is very easy, very convenient for you to make a Google form. And there is a paper-based surveys, that is you collect you distribute the papers, like in the surveys you make it questions one by one and you distribute to them and let them fill the survey forms. And there is interviews also, interviews like when you go and interview one person, why such things are happening in one area, or why there are some diseases, it is happening in some areas, some Africa or some other places. You go to that place and you interview with the persons, what kind of lifestyle they are using. That is all called the surveys. And experiments, like this is normally experiments comes with the medical data analysis. And observations, like you observe one group and you make a survey by yourself. Then you observe, you go to one market, how the customers they are behaving, that this is the observations. Based on the observation of you make a survey, you make the data collections. And focus groups, like you focus one group and you make a survey on it, or you make a data collections, that is a focus groups. And these all data collections are primary. It is comes with the first hand data collections. And the secondary data means it is not directly collected. It is collected from some existing like journals, articles, or anything published in the online, that you collect it, and that data that you use it, that is called a secondary data. The government statistics, if you want to see the populations, what is the population, this you can use it from the government websites. There are so many public relations websites are available. You can collect all those informations. And there are some organization, if you want to see that what is happening in that organization, you can collect it from their records. So that is the secondary data. And there is an ethical consideration. Any data collections, there is ethics is there. The first ethics is the informed consent. So any participants, some surveys, if they are below under 18, you have to get a informed consent. Informed consent, there is a form for that you have to write it and you have to get it signed by this person. Later, he will not make any kind of legal issues to you. So that is called the informed consent. So normally informed consent is applicable for medical groups, because if you collect any details of any diseases, you collect the information from the patient, and the patient, if patient is below age of 18, you have to get a consent from him that you do this research for this particular things. You have to inform them, and you have to tell them that this is for this research. And all the research, whatever you do, all the data that you collect, it should be a confidential one. And it should not reveal any person's name or any informations. It should not affect his life in future. So you have to keep it as confidential as much confidential as much you can. And data protection and storage. So once you collect the data from any participants, you have to protect it. And you have to store it in a place there should not be access to someone else. So that things is very ethical consideration for any data collections. Data preparation for SPSS. First of all, this data entry in SPSS, like there are in SPSS, you have two type of windows, variable view and data view. I can show you through the SPSS software. Now I can share only one file. That is the reason I'm showing you in PPT. And after this PPT, I will open it for you, SPSS. Then you will see the variable view and data view. And defining variables, you have name, type, bit, decimals, label, values, missing values. And there should be a column and align, measure, everything is there in the when you define a variable. And how you code this data, assigning numerical values to categorical data. Like if say for example, if it is gender, there is male and female. So how you record the data is a numerical value. You assign 1 for male, 2 for female. So that is assigning numerical values for the categorical data. And creating a code book. That also I can show you in SPSS. And when you get a data, after collecting all the data collections, you have to clean it. And what is the cleaning means? There should be some errors, correcting errors like outliers or missing values. Say for example, you have collected all the data and you make a data entry, and the data entry operator he misses some values. There you have to find out and you have to add that missing values. And if there is incorrect entries, if there is something incorrect entries, you will not get the result. That also you have to fix it before making analysis. And if you have any missing data, like if you miss it any data, some people they may not disclose their informations. There what you have to do is either you delete that data completely, or you can make an imputation. Imputation is a facility given by SPSS. Like if any missing data, automatically the SPSS will find the average of that particular variable, and it will put the value of that one. So that is called imputations. Suppose if you have 1,000 data and you have a missing value of around 200 data missing value, one particular variable, if you make a imputations, it will automatically impute it and it will give you the data. And transforming data, recording variables, computing new variables, and data aggregation. This is the transforming the data. I think it might confuse for you, but when I open this SPSS software, you will come to know how you enter the data, how you make analysis. That will come to you very soon now. An introduction to SPSS interface. SPSS, if you open the SPSS windows, you will have a data editor, data view and variable view. And there will be output viewer also. And there is a syntax editor. That is for advanced, not for us, but we are in the beginners, so we don't need to use that syntax editor. And how you make navigating menus, like you will see the file, edit, view, data. All this information will be on the top of that SPSS, that you can scroll it and you can use these menus. And the basic operation of data in SPSS is either you open it or you save it, the data files. Then you can, some data will be in the Excel file that you can import into the SPSS software. It will take it from Excel and it will convert into the SPSS format. But when you do this format from Excel sheet, it should save as a CSV file. It's a CSV format. You can save it. If you go to Excel file, if you save as .csv, then only it will convert the Excel files into SPSS format. So this is the introduction. IBM SPSS. Normally, its name is IBM SPSS, International Business Machines. They are the one developed this SPSS software. So for that reasons, even the very first beginning, it comes with the IBM SPSS software. And data analysis with SPSS, there is a descriptive statistics. Under this descriptive statistics, you have a measure of central tendency, like a mean, medium, mode. If there is any statistics department, it will be very easy for them to identify this mean, medium, mode. Mean is the average, medium if take in the middle, and the mode also. And measure of dispersions, like a standard deviation, variance, range, all this information it's called a measure of dispersion. And there is a frequency, how frequently you get this information. That is, you can use this code, analyze descriptive statistics frequencies. I will explain to you when I open this SPSS software, because if you see, you will be confused. What is analyze, what is descriptive statistics? It's like it's a menu. So it's showing that, if you go to analyze descriptive statistics frequencies, then you will get mean, median, mode. And the graphical presentation, you will have bar charts, pie charts, and histograms. All these charts will be available in SPSS, that you can see the trends and all this after entering all the data. And data analysis, if there is an inferential statistics, first of all, you have to see the hypothesis testing. There is two type of questions you will face. One is null and alternative. The null is like there is no changes, but alternative, there is a changes in that research. Like if we do any research, you will have two type of hypothesis testing. The null hypothesis, null is, that means there is no changes. Like the test score, is there any effect of the test score on the amount of time spent by the students? If you say there is no change, there is no effect, that means that is a null hypothesis. But whenever you find any research, you have to prove that there is some changes. That is called the alternative hypothesis. Hypothesis is nothing, but you want to make sure that you are going to make a research and you want to find any changes or any different from the present tense. Present means null, there is no changes, but you are proving that there is something is there, or some kind of reflection is there, that you are proving it in this research. And for making two comparison of two groups, there is a t-test is available. How you make a t-test, that is called the t-test. Analyze, compare, means this all format, if you go through it, you will get the t-test. And there is a paired sample t-test, that is also you can do it. When you do t-test, that you are comparing two groups, group 1 and group 2, and you are making any comparison or any relationship between group 1 and group 2. That is the reason you use this t-test. ANOVA is analysis of variance. That is, if you have more than 3 groups, then you make this ANOVA test. That is a mandatory for making this data analysis if you use ANOVA. There is a one-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA also you can do it. It's nothing. It's if you have 3 groups and you want to test is there any relationship between these 2 groups or 3 groups, then you can use this ANOVA. And there is a inferential study. There is a the other type is correlational analysis. Correlation. So correlation is you are finding any relationship between the two variables. And for that you have a test called Pearson's or Spearman's RHO. This is all comes for the correlation analysis. And how you make correlation is you have to go to analyze and you have to make a correlate option, then bivariate, then you can make correlations. And there is regression also. Regression is predicting one variable from the another. So there is simple linear regression is there. There is a multiple regression analysis there. And there is a chi-square test. That is for it is for examining the associations between categorical variables. So if there is any categorical variable that is not numerical variables, you can use this chi-square test. So these are the tests which is available for the data analysis. And understanding tables and charts. Like ANOVA tables, there is a regression coefficient. All these tables comes with the output. And you have to make a p-value, the probability value. It is called, when you make any research, you are saying that at least 5% of changes in that research. It's out of 100, you say that there is a p-value is 0.05. If it is greater than 0.05, then you say that there is a significant research, significant changes in that study. And when you make a drawing conclusions, you are finding back to the research questions. So what is your research questions that you relate to these conclusions? And when you make reporting, hello, somebody is talking. Yeah, okay. So reporting results, there is a APA style, American Psychological Association. There is a report, you have to report in that format. And when you make any report, any results, you have to clear it, or it should be a concise language. It should be clear for you, for the readers. So I will just open the data SPSS for you. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So when you
Yes, sir.
open the SPSS, first of all, you will get this window. So I just opened this SPSS software. Now I can define the variables here. Assume that I have 5 variables like job satisfactions. I'm going to make a research on job satisfaction, and I'm putting the variables for job satisfaction. Okay. So let me do one thing. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 variables on this one. And before I told you, there is 2 views. One is data view and one is variable view. Okay. So data view is here, variable view is here. There is 2 types. So data view, I'm going to use one more variable, 1, 2, 3, 1. See, I have 3 variables, and all these variables are numeric variables. So suppose if I have a job satisfactions, I have field like gender. Gender is nothing, it is male or female. So it's a numeric value. And age, that is also numeric. Then marital status. Looking at data for job satisfaction. It's a there is no spaces will accepted by the SPSS. So either you have to make an underscore, or if you make without space, then only it will accept. Now it is accepted. Marital status. So gender, it will be like you are making the gender of male or female. So the values I put, 1 for male and 2 for female. See, the values came here. When you click it, you will see that if you put 1, that means it's a male. If it is 2, means it's a female. Age, the values will be inputted by the participants. And marital status, like it will be value for 1 for married and 2 for single and 3 for divorce. So now the values for marital status is already entered. Now you will have an education. Education level, like education means you will have graduate, undergraduate. I put values 1 for graduate, 2 for undergraduate. Okay, and if there is any postgraduate, you can add it also. Okay, education is over. Then job satisfaction is totally depends on the location. Like if you are coming from urban area or rural area, So that also important in job satisfactions. Like I put 1:2 for rural area, and 3 you can say city or some metropolitan cities. Okay, so location is over, and satisfaction. Satisfaction. Okay, it's a numerical value, and there is burnout. Some people they will have on on their job, and turnover because frequently the employees will change it, turnover ratio, and colleagues is also one variable for your job satisfaction. Your colleagues, if they are very supportive, it will help you. If they are not supportive, it will affect your job satisfaction. And its supervision, salary is also one of the variable. So all these variables, if you go to the data view, male, you can add all these variables like gender, male or female. Here you put 1 for male, 2 for female. Like here you put 1, automatically it will select as 1. Age 35, 40, 25, like this. Marital status, if you put 1, it will come married, 2 for single, and 3 for divorce. We assign these values for this marital status. For education, if it is 1, automatically it will select graduate. If you say 2 means undergraduate, 3 means postgraduate. Location, like if you put 1, it will be urban, 2, it will come rural, 3, cities. Satisfaction is the total value, like you have 10 questions, and out of 10 questions, if each question will carry 5 points, so you will have 50 points. This 50 points you convert into a ratio of 100. Out of 100, what is the satisfaction level? Like you can say 75. This person has made 75. One say it is 52. One say 68. This is their job satisfaction. And burnout also same. You convert into the percentage. You will have 10 questions for burnout, and if you answer each questions, it will be like a Likert scale, 5-point Likert scale. It's a very time is very short, so that is the reason I cannot show you the surveys also. This is a one. So if you want, I can open for you one. Already I have one data is with me. Job satisfaction. Okay, this is already filled data. As you see, the gender, age, marital status, and if they have a number of children, like 1, 2, 3, that is also depends on the job satisfaction. Ethnicity, because I didn't mention over there, it's a sample data. That is the reason it comes Jews, Arabs, Indians, like this. And years, number of years of experience or years working over there. So all these values I entered into out of 100 percentage. You can see the values of each one, 48, 82, 73, like this. Now, if I want to see like how many, what is the mean, medium, mode of their age group, I can see analyze. If you go to analyze descriptive statistics, and there is a descriptive here. If you say, for example, you select age as a variable and you want to know the standard, okay, you want to know the sort of just 1 second, analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies. If you want to see the frequencies like gender or age, anything, you can type it. I say the age group, what is the frequency, and you want to know the mean, medium, mode of this age group. just make a continue options, and if you make OK, now the output comes. See, now we have total 215 datas, and there is 3 missing values also. There is no missing values because we didn't enter that one. That is the reason it comes here. And if you see, the mean of the age is 35.9 and the medium is 34. A mode is in between, that is 30. And this is the data frequency of age. And if you want to see the frequency of other values like number of years, current job, you remove this one and put this number of years, and you want to see the mean, medium, and mode, just click OK. Then you will have the mean of years is 7 years, median is 6 years, mode there is nothing. That is the reason it comes like this. And you want to know how many males and how many females, that also you can see descriptive status frequencies. It's a male or female, gender. If you select it, see how many
Excuse me, sir.
males.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah,
So we are not able to see the values what you're telling on the screen, like mean, median values. We are not able to see on the screen.
on the screen.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Only the cursor is moving, but we are not able to see the values.
So let me stop it again. I will share this. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Is it visible?
Sir, it
Yes,
is
Okay.
sir. Now it is
visible.
visible, sir.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
visible, but it is again too small. The values are too small. Maybe you can make that particular SPSS screen as a main screen instead of having to look at your screen, sir.
Yes,
In that
sir.
case, we will be able to see the values.
Hide your own video and show the content only.
Okay.
It will be better, sir, if you hide your video and show the content only. Focus on content only.
Okay. Okay.
Because on the screen, I am seeing both you and that spreadsheet,
So what
SPSS.
happens?
Hide your own screen and set focus on contents.
Now if I
No,
hide
even
it,
though, sir, we can view that, but the thing is, values we are not able to view. Now it is visible.
now it is visible.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I have to hide my screen. Let me explain. Is it okay now? Let me see how it's coming or not.
Coming, sir. It's coming.
Coming. Okay. Okay. If I say gender, I put the mean, medium, mode. It's coming. Say for example, if I put frequency of the level of education, frequencies comes here. Undergraduate, there are 185 people. Graduate is 33 people. And this is a percentage it shows. Normally, if you take a valid percentage, that is the one you have to take it. Valid percentage, both sometimes it differs, but you have to take the value of valid percentage. So if any frequency you want to check it, this is only 215 data. Maybe there is data with the 3000 or 4000 data. There you can use it very easily. What is the frequency, the undergraduate, how many undergraduate is there, how many graduate people. You can take this box, just click on it, and you can paste it into the Word file. There you can write that there is the undergraduate 185 people and there is 33 people is graduated. So it will be easy for you to copy from here and you can paste it into the Word file for writing results. And there is some descriptive studies. If you take it, there is standard deviation, minimum, maximum, that also you can find it. 1 second.
Sir, we're
Analyze.
not able to see the output, sir.
Output, okay.
Okay, that standard deviation output number. Only the cursor is moving.
Okay, so if I zoom it, I think it will come. So let me explain. This is a data view and this is a variable view. So all the data that you collect, the variables you can enter from in this column, and type the numerical data. Either there will be numerical data, but all the data you make it coded as a numerical one. Then only you can make analysis. Width is automatically selected by the SPSS software, and if there is any decimal, like if there is no decimals, it will come for these data, because all the data that you convert into 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And values you can mention here. What are the values, like male, female, or married, unmarried, or single? All you can mention here. If you can, if it is 4, that means married, single, divorced. If any others also you can add it here. Others will not come. If any others is there, that also you can add it over here. So once you enter all this value you mentioned here, once you enter all this one, automatically when you go to the data view, you don't need to enter it. You just type the number 1, 2, 3, 4. It automatically will come. So here also there is a view value labels. If you convert this, you will see the numbers here. If you again click it, you will see the values here. So married, all the married will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 like this. And if it is other than married, like a single, if you see, click here, it will be number will be the 2. And children's like this, you can see the values all. It's very easy software. I think if you practice, if you go to any YouTube channels, there are so many videos are available how to analyze or analysis data. Especially if you are doing any PhD scholars are there, you can collect the data using the Google Forms and all, and you can enter it by one. It's very easy for you. Just make a variable view and you can enter all the variables. What are the variables that you collect for the data study? You can enter here, and you can mention the values also here, like married, single, or if it is graduate, BS, like any degree that you can mention, MSW or BSW, BA degree, whatever it is that you can mention here. It's very easy for you. And here you see that there is a measure, nominal, scale. There is 3 types I can show you. One is scale. Scale is always numbers, like burnout, satisfaction. All these are we are calculated in numbers. That is called it a scale variable. So you mention here scale. If it is a ordinal, means ordinal normally comes with a Likert scale, 5-point Likert scale, like strongly agree, disagree, or strongly neutral. All this information comes under ordinal, and there is nominal also. So there is t-test, that is also I mentioned already, t-test available for you. So for making the test, here you can make it as correlate, bivariate. If you say, sir, that there is any correlation between the age and the satisfaction, or you can say if there is any correlation between the gender and satisfaction, if there is male or female, if there is any difference between these two people, that also you can find it. See, the correlation came here, satisfaction. And whenever you get these results, all you can see is a p-value. Already I mentioned you probability value. It should be less than 0.05. If it is more than 0.05, that means this study has no significant differences. So in this study, if you see that there is no relationship between gender and satisfaction, and you can make another analysis, another correlations, like correlations. If you say the gender, instead of gender you put marital status. See, the marital status has a direct relationship between the satisfaction, job satisfactions. See, the value is 0.000. That means it is the correlation is significant at the 0.01 level. That means there is a close relationship between marital status and satisfaction. I know how many people, how many of you are married. You will your job satisfaction entirely different from those who are single persons. Normally, after the job, when you come to your home, you will have so many responsibilities. If you are married, you have to take care of children, you have to take care of the requirement of your wife and all this information. So that is the reason, if you see the data, there is a significant relationship between marital status and the job satisfactions. So there, this information you can use it for your study. There is there any relationship between this satisfactions and the marital status? Or if you want to find any other correlations, you can make another correlate marital status. Instead of marital status, you can say education. Is there any relationship between education and job satisfaction? Maybe yes, it is not significant because education doesn't have any satisfaction. Because if you are an undergraduate or graduate, whatever may be, there is no, it is not related to the education. That is the reason the p-value, you see that p-value is more than 0.050. Okay, so it is not significant. If it is significant, automatically you will get the correlation is significant at the 0.01 level. And there are so many, the graph is there, you can make a chart graph. Here you can make any charts, like you can select any charts, like this is a one, and this is a chart, histograms, symbol chart,
Sir, your
clustered
screen is stuck.
chart bar, and symbol 3D bar. All these charts you can use it. There is line
Excuse
graph is
me.
available, and there is pie chart is there.
Sir,
Please mute.
excuse me, sir.
I think somebody's mic is on. I think the operator has to mute the
Yes,
person
yes, sir.
who is speaking. Okay, thank you. The analysis, there are so many things are available. The missing values also, if you have any missing values, that also you can do it. The multiple imputation, I told you that before. If suppose if you don't enter any values, you can use multiple imputation. So automatically what will happen, if you do this multiple imputation, automatically, yes.
Sir, your screen got stuck in the variable view itself. We
Okay,
can't view it.
okay.
Sir,
Hello.
yes,
Sorry.
sir.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I will just explain how many minutes left for me now.
So 5 minutes, sir.
Okay. I will just explain it. I will one by one and again, and I will close it. Okay, so as I told you before, this is this one data analysis. The correlation I have explained to you, regression, there is chi-score, all this data analyzed, you can use it for option selecting, analyze, correlate, and bivariate. And there is ANOVA tables also. And when you make interpreting any p-values like probability values, it should make sure that it is less than 0.05. If it is more than 0.05, that means it is not significant. This study is not at all significant, and there is no changes on that one. Okay. And when you make your conclusions, please try to relate to your research questions. So if your research questions, please relate to that and write the results based on the research question. So first of all, if you make any data research on it, you have to make a research questions, and based on the research questions, you collect the data and you analyze the data and you just interpret your SPSS output. Or already I show you the output will come in the SPSS. Just copy on it and you can paste it on Word file. Then you write the data. And there are so many videos available for you to how to conduct the analysis, so that you can use it, make use of that YouTube's. There is no need to study on it. Just see the persons how they are doing it. Just one by one note down the videos, and you will come to know, you will be expert in data analysis. So I wish you all the best. I think I lost the connections in between, but even though I hope I have covered all the points, and the podium is yours, Dr. Sritu.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, where can I get this software, SPSS?
Okay. SPSS software. There are so many packages available. If you are working in institutions, you can get it in a discounted price. But if you go, there is some what you call there is pirated softwares available. You can use that one also, but I don't suggest, because pirate softwares you will not get all the features. But there is, if you're working any institutions, that people, they will get the access. You can get that access from them and you can use it. If you have any pupils or any professors working in a university, they will get it in a free versions. There you can use it, sir.
I am working in institute.
Okay.
So then how can I get it?
If you go to any
I'm working as
computer
an assistant professor.
IT professionals, they will have it, already the software available, because some people, they are selling it without any cost. They will charge you only 1,000 or 2,000 rupees, and they will give you the access also, the software. Software, you can download it online, but for the code in the serial number, the serial code, that you will get it
License
from,
number. It demands for license number.
yeah, IT professionals, if you have access, they will give you for some payment, you have to do some payment, and they will give you the license also.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay. I call Professor Vignesh to propose a vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It is a great honor for me to deliver the vote of thanks for the today's professional development program. First of all, I sincerely thank our resource person for the wonderful and informative session on data collection and analysis using SPSS. Your clear explanation and practical tips have given us a better understanding of how to do the research effectively. We truly appreciate the time and effort you took to share your knowledge with us. Next, I would like to thank our management and officials of Patrician College, along with the organizing team, for arranging this useful session. Your support and perfect planning helped to make this event big success. A special thanks to all the participants, our respected faculty, research scholars, and students. Your active involvement, questions, and interest added so much value to today's sessions. This session has motivated us to do our research with more clarity and confidence. Let us take what we have learned today and apply it in our academic journey. Once again, thank you all for making this session meaningful and successful. Let us keep learning and growing together. Thank you.